Hello everyone, my name is Mayank and I'm here to present the work that we have been doing to inform the design of location aware mobile guides to support embodied and place based experiences during outdoor heritage walks using a user centered approach. Before I get into the details of our study, let me give you a little background. At outdoor heritage sites, cultural and historical narratives are intertwined with not only the specific points of interest but also with the material, social, and atmospheric aspects of the entire space. These sites provide spaces for visitors to immerse themselves in and walk through to form personal interpretations of the past. Thus, walking plays a crucial role in shaping visitors' embodied and aesthetic experience of the site, as it provides people an opportunity to not only see the points of interest but observe the entire place, absorb multisensorial information, interact with tangible elements, and engage in social interactions. Thus, in order to support rich outdoor heritage experiences, location aware mobile technology should not only be seen as a tool to provide information at points of interest, but also as a means to encourage and facilitate patterns of walking that are slow, exploratory, and performative. Considering this, in our work, we specifically investigate and compare the influence of two different display modalities on activities that people do while visiting outdoor heritage sites, such as walking, engaging with the built heritage, and social interactions. We asked ourselves how smartphones and their screens, which are configured for private use, cause heads down interaction and do not blend the digital information with the physical world, influence people's attitude and engagement with their surrounding during the heritage walk. And how alternative display modalities like handheld projectors that provide shared display and blend digital and physical information influence the actions and experience of people during the heritage visit. Though handheld projectors can only be used in low light conditions, in this work we consider their use as it allows us to study the effects of these features within the context of heritage walks. To study how the users interact with the space and people in outdoor public spaces, we designed a short heritage walk on the high street of Canterbury City in UK. The map depicts the route and points of interest which were included in the walk. The high street was chosen because it is a popular tourist destination with many historic buildings and could provide participants with a sense of authenticity during the heritage walk. For the planned heritage walk, we also developed a location based Android application. The image depicts the layout and the content of application while the users were walking and after the information was triggered at points of interest. A portable projector was linked wirelessly to a smartphone to make the prototype of the projector guide. Both devices were enclosed in a custom case so that users could perceive and operate them as a unified unit. We conducted the field study with 42 individual participants to gather insights. To study how people interact with their surroundings while using mobile technology during outdoor heritage walk, researchers shadowed the participants to record in situ video observations. We conducted post walk interviews to understand their attitude and feelings, and we asked them to draw their most memorable moment with themselves included in it to understand their somatic awareness and perception of their surrounding. As seen in the image on the left, we analyzed the video recordings for qualitative aspects like participants' walking path, movement and orientation at the heritage building, and device use. We also derived quantitative information from the videos. The plot on the top right shows that projector users took longer to complete the heritage walk than smartphone users, and the plot on the bottom right shows that projector users spent more time at each location. As indicated in the image on the left, we analyze the drawings in terms of representation of body posture, gesture, orientation, and location in relation to their surroundings, and representation of space in terms of whether the drawing is 3D or 2D, exactness of scale, and level of detail. On the right, you can see some examples of the drawing made by the participants. Interviews were coded for aspects like awareness, embodied engagement, experience of using the device, and experience of the heritage walk. Let me read a quote from one of our participants. It's literally another way to look at the world because you are projecting something that you have. You can control something that's there that you can't change, but you can change it for a second when you put that thing on top of the real thing. The quote highlights aspects that emerge while using handheld projectors such as agency, control, augmentation, and creative play. We combined the data from these different modalities and categorized results into four themes: walking pattern and behavior, awareness and feeling of being there, embodied engagement and meaning making, and social engagement and experience. Let me give you a brief overview of findings under these themes. As seen in the image on the left, with respect to walking pattern and behavior, we observed that smartphone users were often focused on reaching the destination while walking. They said, I would just read as I went because I had the information with me. I didn't have to stop. This resulted in them missing the opportunities to make their own discoveries and connections with the site. As seen in the image on the right, projector guide users were engaged in slow and exploratory walking. They noted, it might have slowed me down a little in a good way, or I was going in this zigzag motion. This resulted in them having more time and opportunity for absorbing and processing the multisensorial information received from the whole street. With respect to the awareness and feeling of being there, as seen in the image on the left, we observed in the drawings of smartphone users that they remained in their own bubble instead of being there on the street. They expressed, I don't know whoever is passing me and what building I pass through. As seen in the drawing on the right, projector users were more aware of the material and geometric qualities as well as the social activities of the street. They said, I was more conscious of everyone else around me. With respect to embodied engagement and meaning making, smartphone users said, I felt a bit distanced as I am distanced from the actual thing. We observed that they remained disengaged with the surroundings, only making mental connections. On the other hand, projector users said you could position it where you wanted and then from that join it with the site. As seen in the image on the right, the device became an extension of their body. They were able to use gestures and movements to bridge the gap between the digital and physical world and engage with the heritage site as a place for exploration, discovery, and play. Similarly, with respect to social experience, smartphone users said, I wasn't really aware of the people around me, and it felt pretty isolating in a way. As seen in the image on the left, smartphone users missed observing people. As seen in the image on the right, projector users had increased opportunity for social engagement with strangers. This led to a sense of satisfaction for some. They said, it was good when all these people are trying to ask me what you are doing. However, few projector users felt uncomfortable due to the attention from the passers-by. Based on our observations, we proposed 5 considerations for the design of portable technology that can support embodied experience in heritage context. I'm not going to discuss all the design considerations in this presentation, but I will talk about 2 of them so you get a sense of what they look like. We suggest that designers of mobile technology and interactions for heritage should look beyond designing interference free interactions. They should design for an embodied relationship between technology and user. We observed that handheld projector, which was in embodied relationship with the user, became a mediator of users' actions towards the physical surroundings. It facilitated performative and playful actions of exploration. On the other hand, smartphone remained a device to interact with instead of becoming an interactive artifact through which people could mediate and express themselves. We encourage designers to conceive mobile technologies and interactions that bring the surroundings into play. As the projected display was always integrated with the space, it entangled the user's action and perception with the surroundings. Use of projector allowed the users to form an explicit as well as emotional connection with the environment. The ability to project on and manipulate the space increased their sense of agency and aesthetic experience of the heritage site. The phone's screen, however, operated as a barrier between body and space, interfering with the natural coupling between people and their environment. This prevented smartphone users from making a connection with the heritage sites. I encourage you to read the paper to explore the other considerations. Overall, in this paper, through the review of literature, we established the need for designing mobile technology that encourages and facilitates slow, exploratory, and performative patterns of walking to support embodied experiences during heritage visits. Following that, we provide insights into how different display technologies influence users' action, movement, and experience during a heritage walk. Finally, based on our findings, we present a set of design considerations for developing new mobile technology that can provide people with an embodied and aesthetic experience during a heritage walk. And that's it from me. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.